Don't Judge Me But podcast are the personal opinions of the host and do not reflect the opinions of its employers, sponsors, advertisers, endorsers, or any third party. The information provided on the podcast is for entertainment purposes only and should not be considered as professional medical or legal advice. It is advisable to consult with a qualified professional for any medical or legal concerns. In other words, have fun, people.
Oh, it's good enough for them ducks. It's good enough for this shit.
But then when you're on your phone, you're like this, smiling and stuff. Like,
yeah. Let me hold that.
Going on?
Let me hold that.
Or even just wanting access to your partner's phone. Like, why? Why do you want access?
You know why you want access.
You want to be heartbroken.
You want to go through them DMs to see who they talking to. That's why.
You know what? If my girl was a toe sucker, or if she wanted me to do it, I probably would, but there would be strict protocols before that toe went in my mouth. I mean, I would probably have to like carry her to the bed. You know what I'm saying?
Because once the foot hit the floor, it's all over.
It's dirty.
Hey, happy Sunday, folks. What's going on with y'all? I'm trying to send this link out. Listen. Hey, for those in the chat, go ahead and send this link out to all your family, to your friends. There's no reason why you should not be here or why they should not be here. Simply because, Dame, sir, first of all, let's back up. Last week, we had James reporting live from Jamaica. Today, we have Dame reporting live. Dame, where are you at, sir?
I am in the D-Ara today. The D-Ara. And you know what? I'm right down the street from Jamaica, bro. So I'm feeling irie.
Not irie.
Everything Chris.
Oh my gosh. Yes, listen.
And I don't know a lick of Spanish, by the way.
Listen, hey, it works, right?
Google Translate, you good.
Dude, they have the Google, well, it's not Google. They have the glasses now that translate 75 different languages. That can be dangerous. What's up, DJ? Shout out to you. DJ James, Special 77. What's up, y'all in the building? Special shout out. I'm not gonna say the person's name, but shout outs to this person. You are always giving us love. And if you're watching today, we appreciate you. If you're not, we still appreciate you because listen, work got to get done. So shout outs to you. You know who you are. Laura. Welcome, Laura.
What up, Laura? What's up, Tara?
What's going on?
Hey, Tara.
What's going on?
Good to see y'all. All the love.
How y'all feeling?
Listen, has the weekend gone by fast for you guys?
Yes.
Too fast.
Listen,
yes.
I'm talking about. I thought it was Friday. Like, what happened?
Mm-hmm.
Time.
That would be.
Time happened.
Life was like, I'm ready to continue to be lifing with you. Let's go.
Yeah.
James, how was the rest of your vacation, sir?
The vacation was a fire. Rented a jet car, which is like a sport car that you could drive on water. Hit a club or two. Hit like a little sidewalk party that they had. They had like Ocean's Got Talent, which is like America's Got Talent, little show up in there. A lot of food. Ate real good. Gained 15 pounds. Now I got to lose it. It's that vacation eating, man. When it's all inclusive, everything free, you just be putting stuff on the plate. I ain't never
just
even had. You know what I'm saying? I never had curry goat. I had a whole bunch of curry goat up in there.
Listen. They be like deep fried toe socks. You're like, you know what? I never had it, but I'm gonna have it today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, shit tastes different when you're on vacation.
Yep.
Listen, y'all make me. I'm gonna go on a vacation. I specifically need to go on a vacation outside of the U.S. so that I can report live like y'all, because this is amazing. I absolutely love it. So, Dame, like, what have you done so far while you're out there?
Honestly, so far, I've done a lot of lounging. I've done a lot of beach days. I've done a couple boat parties.
I've been making friends. This is the most important thing. I leave these vacations with friends all over the world. And I'm not even talking about just DR. I hung out last night with a guy from LA and a guy from New York. They were cousins and they met here in DR. When they found out that I was solo, as it always happens, they like, yo, come over here, kick it with us, you know, and then I end up just being friends with them forever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's just what I love about it. But it's been dope, man. I don't really care what Caribbean island I'm on. I like them all.
Yeah.
No, I'm in Puerto Plata. Hey, Nanette.
Yes.
I'm in Puerto Plata, DR.
That's amazing. Yeah, we definitely. I gotta venture out a little bit more. So that's gonna be on my to-do list. It might even be for April for my birthday. I gotta get out of the country. Like,
You got
I
to. You gotta live, man.
Have you been to PR yet?
No, I haven't been
That's
anywhere.
that was the practice run. I'll tell you right now. My first out of the continental US, Puerto Rico was me practicing.
Yeah.
And once I realized I could do that, I was like, I could go anywhere, maybe.
Yeah. I might do that. I might look into Puerto Rico. I don't know if I would do Jamaica by myself.
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
Give it up.
Shit strength.
I don't know. Baby. I don't know. I'll do some research before I go out there. I would love to. Okay, so if I go to Jamaica, I want to go to, what is it called? It's not BDSM. What is that?
Hedonism.
Hedonism.
Yeah. I would probably go to check something like that out just to explore. DJ, yeah. See, if DJ goes with me, then I'll go. I just don't want to go by myself like that.
I get that.
Yeah.
I get that. I don't know if I would want to go to that by myself.
Yeah. Okay. Tara says, we're going to Florida with my niece, DJ. Look at that. See, listen, everybody going somewhere.
I love Florida.
Man. My little bro made the same statement. Puerto Rico, Mexico, and DR. He picked DR over all of them. Yeah, I gotta travel. That's goals. Hashtag goals for 2025. Like, I gotta get some stamps.
It's so funny. You see this map behind me?
Yes,
I haven't been to most of these places. So it's a big old world out there. I'm trying to check stuff out. I've never been to Cancun. I still need to get to Mexico. So,
and that's you would love hedonism. How do you pronounce it?
Hedonism.
Hedonism. Yeah, right. Listen, you're out there on nude camping and stuff. You're not allowed.
I probably would like that. You're only saying that because I went to the nude beach. So you think I'm about that life? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, everybody thinks they're about that life now. So.
Oh, damn, you definitely about that life here.
Definitely. Laura said, I had a great time in Jamaica a few years ago. Those country roads are real out that way, though. Yes, no. I want to just lay on the beach and just
listen. It was so much to do on the inclusive that just being there, you could do something different for at least 5 days and be fulfilled.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
Where have you always wanted to go that you haven't gone yet?
Niagara Falls in Canada.
Why?
Because I love the view of the Niagara Falls. It's captivating. It's beautiful. Like, and then it's just like right there. I don't want to go on the New York side. I want to go on the actual go across the border type of adventure.
Got you.
Yeah.
Listen,
that's where I want to go.
So Niagara Falls is one of those places. Niagara Falls is one of those places that you just gotta see it to believe it. Like it's almost like the power of human nature is just nuts.
Yeah.
Where you want to go?
That's what I want.
Where do I want to go? Jamaica and Cancun. Jamaica and Mexico are at the top of my list right now. Africa is my ultimate destination. I don't know what country to visit yet, but that's probably my ultimate travel location.
I feel you on that. That's one of my main goals. I want to go to Africa, and then I want to go to like the UK.
Oh yeah.
And go see feel me? Be something like that.
Pictured rocks in Michigan. I gotta write this down. Pictured rocks.
Oh, the rocks, the picture rocks in Michigan. Dope. That sounds cool.
Never even heard of it.
I'm sorry.
I never even been to the West Coast. I want to
Oh,
take a trip to like Vegas.
Yeah. I haven't been to Vegas either.
You know what I'm saying?
In Vegas. I want to go to Vegas.
Sounds like we're about to shoot live from Vegas one day.
We might have to, baby. I'll meet y'all there.
I'm with it.
Paris, France. Y'all, listen, I gotta write these little spots down because Jamaica. Okay, see, Tara says Jamaica as well. I haven't been to Vegas. Yo, could you imagine if we did a group event where those that have dealt with us from the beginning, from day one, we pick a location and we just say, hey, meet us out here. And everybody just comes out, like, let's say Vegas. Everybody comes out to Vegas and we do a live show right there, like with them as the audience, and have them come up and participate as well.
That'd be fire.
I think that'd be dope. And you know what? Not everybody is blessed with travel buddies. So some of us need travel buddies, man. So I think that would be great. Don't judge me, but take over.
I love
Come
it.
on,
man. See? Yes, DJ. We right here. That's why we need to travel. We right here. I love it. 2025. You know what? We got all these places. I need y'all to list what are some areas that you would be comfortable traveling to, whether you have a travel partner or not. Where would you want to go? We want to go to Houston. We want to go to Vegas. We want to go to Cat. Like, where do you want to go for our meetup? Yes, Tara. Listen,
I'm with it.
It'll be the annual Don't Judge Me But takeover.
Yep. You run out of spot, give out some flyers, get a whole bunch of extra people to come into, and then have everyone that rock with us come out. I think that's fire.
That's awesome. Okay. Anywhere I can keep my clothes on. DJ, right?
Live a little. Them people don't know you.
I was gonna say, leave it up to Dame. Dame be like, you know what? We going.
Listen. I am out here with my dad bod, my old man dad bod. I'm outside.
He gonna be out here walking around looking like Tyson. Tyson with the cheeks out. Oh my gosh. I love it. I say Vegas. I say we do.
I'm with Vegas.
2025. And then we just I'm gonna put together a website. This is gonna be one page where you get all the information if you're interested, so we can get packages together. I think that would be a dope. If you are a travel agent and you are watching this or you are listening to this, please reach out to us because we would love to use your services. You can either hit James up at mental_ambition 2.0. You can either hit Dame up at reppin CT, or you can hit me up at _simplybree_. Let us know. And if you are watching us now and you know somebody who is a travel agent, please tell them get at us. Okay.
No, I got somebody. The person that sent me on the trip to Jamaica was 15 of us. We had a flight. We had someone pick us up from the airport and bring us to the resort. Shout out to Infinity and Beyond Travel.
Ooh.
Instagram, the TikTok, Infinity and Beyond Travel. Amanda Sweat. Shout out to you. Fire trip. 10 out of 10 would recommend.
Okay, Amanda. Look, Amanda, we coming for you because yes, Laura said I'm all for the Vegas. Yes. So listen, is July too soon for y'all? July 2025.
Nope.
Because I think DJ, we might be on some. Listen, DJ said, oh, I know I can't go if it's in July. Okay, sorry, we want you there, girl. Sorry, my bad. We'll figure out. Just follow us on social media because we're going to have polls to find out what months work for you guys. We got to check the weather. We got to find out some things that we can do in the country for the first one. So I know I can come. We're going to find some destinations and figure out which one y'all want to do. right? We just gonna show up and take over. We all gonna show up and take over.
I
love it. We got to get shirts made for y'all.
That'd be fire. The Don't Judge Me But takeover. And Vegas is the perfect spot for something like that.
Yeah. All right. Listen, we're a quarter in to the show, and we ain't even talking about the show. But let's actually, because I like that Don't Judge Me, James, that you had mentioned earlier.
Okay.
So James is gonna hit us with the Don't Judge Me But. What is today's Don't Judge Me But?
Yeah. Don't judge me, but when I go into a grocery store, I will go through every cart in that little cart carousel to find that one cart that don't got the broke wheel. I'm not pushing that one little straggly wheel that be dragging and spinning. I hate that with a passion. And you put something heavy in there, and now it's just scraping along. I hate it. Or it's clicking the whole time. Don't judge me, but I'm pulling out every cart until I find the right one.
I'm done. That's so true.
Really?
Like it'd be that one raggedy wheel.
Yeah.
And then they got the nerve to have like auto brake if you go beyond the circle, right?
Yeah.
That one wheel is the auto brake. You hit a corner too hard, that whole cart lock up.
Listen. Yo, you know who upgraded their carts, and I am very proud of them. At least down here, I don't know if they're Walmart. Walmart, did they upgrade their carts, and now you got a slot for your cell phone and a slot for your beverage?
Oh, they got the Target vibe. They giving Target vibes now.
Yeah, it's just not as plastic, it's hard metal, so it can still put a dent into a car. But yeah, it has a sleeve for your cell phone to drop your cell phone in. So if you shop in and you just want to look, and then they have a little cup holder for your beverages. Like it's beautiful. It's really beautiful. You guys gotta check it out. Like I said, I don't know if they have that in Connecticut, but they have that here. Yo, guess what I saw today? And I realized, and I'm gonna do a post on my Facebook. I realized I really live in the country. Take a guess at what animal I saw.
What you saw?
A camel.
What?
Somebody got a camel in their backyard.
Is that legal? You can't have no camels.
I was on the phone with my mom. I was like, Ma, I just saw a camel. She's like, they're probably using it for milk.
Who milking camels?
I don't know.
I'm not drinking camel milk. Yeah.
And who milking camels?
Camel milk. She was like, yeah, they probably using it to get camel milk and then make camel cheese. And I'm just like, you on a roll. Like,
I'm right,
who's eating camel cheese? Bro,
they make camel cheese?
You better put an R in there somewhere and be like, no, this caramel.
Caramel. I know. If they had some deep fried camel, I might try some deep fried camel.
Would you eat camel hump if they had it as like a cuisine or something? Would you try it, camel hump?
No Diddy, yes.
I'm not a foodie, man. I'm not a foodie at all. I'm in DR ordering French toast. So there you go.
You are in the wrong, sir. That's France. Come on now.
Like I'm tired of eating the same thing. I want to try something new, like maybe turtle soup, maybe like zebra.
Zebra.
Yeah, you never. I'm tired of eating just chicken, pork, and fish and seafood. Like, can I try something different?
I'm done with DJ. DJ, you better go on timeout. DJ said, "I have heard of camel toe, not milk or cheese." I'm done.
You're eating that all over the world.
Marie says that's the desert, not the country, and the camel hump is actually fat, so no flavor. Well, I would think fat is salty, right?
Yeah.
Could you imagine somebody putting like camel hump in their greens instead of fat back?
No.
Yeah, no.
Maybe that's how they do it in Saudi Arabia or Egypt, you know?
Dude, this is Georgia. I'm just saying. All right. So let's move into tonight's discussion, which we're talking about dating a bum when love meets low expectations. Now, of course, we're living in a time where there's a lot of single people out there. And within those single people are lonely people. We ate alligator jerky once.
Yes, we did.
Alligator, I mess with alligator. I've
Mm.
had alligator bites, and that was good. So yeah, I know,
Y'all brave.
especially
You gotta
yeah.
live. You gotta live, Dame.
Whoa! Special said New York has rotisserie rat on the sidewalk. I'm done. I'm done. Okay. So we have a lot of lonely people out there.
Mm.
When it comes to lonely people, sometimes we lower our expectations, right?
Mhm.
So have you guys, prior to whatever your situation you're in now, ever found yourself dating below what you typically would go for? Like I think guys really do that more than females, but
I
Yes.
think everybody does at one point or another. You
yeah,
might
yeah,
you might
yeah.
not have what you want, so you're like, well, this person likes me. We can see what's going on. We'll see if we
Mm,
can work something out. They might not be as attractive. They might not have as much money, but they're fun to be around. You have a good time with them. It's
yeah,
not wrong with that. It's just sometimes it happens.
yeah. So so let me ask you this. How does someone who has low vibrations, who is not motivated, who probably experiences a lot of depression, how does that affect you as an individual if you're the complete opposite? What kind of effect might that have on someone like that?
Oh, that's gonna bring you down. If you're dating somebody and they're always sad, they're always angry, they're always negative, it'll start
Yeah.
seeping into you and you'll start to be like, man, why is life so bad? But your life is amazing, but they're just an energy sucker. They're just draining
Mm,
you of your good vibrations and bringing you down to their level. That's saying misery
right.
loves company. Super true. You get around some people who are always negative, you'll start to become negative, no matter how
Right.
positive you might be.
Right. Sometimes we have friends like that, right?
Yes,
We
we
have
do.
some friends who, regardless of whatever they're going through, we're like, you know what? But that's my people. That's my people. Like, I gotta be there for them.
Yeah.
And you see that sometimes they don't want to get themselves out of those situations, right?
Hmm.
They're just
They
stuck
never
I
in
want
it.
to
I
get.
think that people with low expectations can still have really great qualities. And sometimes we get sucked in by maybe their sense of humor. We might get sucked in by their approach to life, which might mean they don't really care about much, right? But
Mm-hmm.
they have qualities that attract us to them, and it's not just relationships because it's with friends too.
Right.
We might have friends with low expectations for themselves, but they're still cool people, and we still have
Mm-hmm.
some things in common. And so I think that when we date, I've said this before, but when we date, there really isn't an exit ramp
Right.
sometimes, right? Because once you start dating somebody, it turns into a relationship, then it turns into for better or for worse. So there's never like the opportunity to be like, yo, you not really even trying to do anything with your life. It's more like,
Mm-hmm.
damn, I love this person. I gotta love them unconditionally. I can't, I'm in it, so I
Yeah.
can't go. So it happens. It's happened to me before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think I think a lot of the times, like for me, I've come across people like that when I myself was down and out. And it's almost like, trauma bonding, right?
Mm.
Someone who can relate to what it is that I got going on, and they know firsthand. So what better person to be friends with than someone who can understand you? Because it's not like they're going to judge you, because they're going through the same thing or something even worse. So I think we tend to form those type of friendships or those type of relationships because at the end of the day, we don't want to be judged. We don't want someone to look down on us and belittle us, right?
Hmm.
Because you're behind in your finances, or you don't have a place to stay, or you lost your custody of your child. There's so many different factors that could occur. So I'm curious, and for the audience as well, I'm curious, at what point do you say, like, if you're going through something and you're down and out, at what point do you say, I want to do better, and I'm actually going to put the work in to make that change?
You asking the chat?
I'm asking everybody.
Man, it just gets to a point like it takes time to build stability, right?
Mhm.
You got to get to a point where you're tired of going through the same thing. You're tired of not having money. You're tired of not going on trips. You're tired of seeing people live their lives on social media. You might be tired of catching the bus or walking or catching Ubers. You might be tired of making minimum wage. And then something
Right.
clicks in your mind like, I got to do something to upgrade myself. What can I do? And that's when you start formulating your plan to upgrade yourself. You just get sick of doing the day-to-day task and living at an average or below average life. And you
Mhm.
want more. And it propels you to want to do more. That's why I do so much. Like, I don't want to just go to work and just get a paycheck. I want to go out and speak. I want to do podcasts. I want to promote these books and motivational speaking. I want to do more with life. I want more out of life. And then get more, you got to do more. So I go
Right.
above and beyond sometimes.
Yeah.
Get
Okay.
that.
What about you, Dane?
Well, I think it's important to show people with low expectations a little bit of grace. Sometimes we just don't have the tools.
Mhm.
And even that comes down to making money. You got to remember, some people don't think they can make a lot of money. Some people don't think that they're capable of doing this and that. And it's really, you can try to encourage someone until the sun comes up. But if they feel hopeless, there really isn't anything that you can do for them.
Right.
They might be okay with where they are. And so they might need someone else and just not realize it. Because
Mhm.
the last thing that you want to do is be an ambitious person and then deal with somebody that doesn't have it. You know what I mean? Or doesn't
Mhm.
believe that growth is possible. So it's tricky, man. It's tricky.
Yeah. I like what you said as far as like giving them grace, because it can happen to anybody,
At
right?
any time.
We are all on the up and up, and next thing you know, you lose your job, or you have to help a family member out because somebody has fallen sick, and now instead of putting into your bills, you have to put into theirs. I mean, it happens, right? But I think the lesson is the understanding that no one wants to be in that situation forever. So if there are resources, and this is where gatekeeping comes into place, if there are resources that you have, or that Dame has, or that I have, or James has, sharing those resources that can help someone get back on their feet can be a big change for them. That can be what it is that they actually need. Marie says, I've thought about it, but no, that's how these people ruin their lives and then have tax deductions who drain what's left. Plus, when you succeed, they drag you down, but make you think you're wrong for wanting to be more and do more. Hmm. Now
Mm.
that's powerful right there,
Mm-hmm.
because how many people do you see who make it? They make it out of the hood, or they make it out of a certain state, and they go back trying to help, and they end up getting unalived.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
Happens a lot.
typically
You
by
know?
somebody who has the mindset of, you think you better than us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's all mindset. I mean, because what I am learning is that some people just have a broke mindset. They aren't
Mhm.
creative, they aren't solution based in their thought process, and they just want to stay where they are and complain. And on
Right.
top of that, you need to be careful, because if you become too ambitious or if you become too successful, they're going to resent you, or
Mhm.
they're going to drain you because they think you got everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, Jane, I see, you got that book. I seen you sell 20 books. You got it. You sold 20 books today in 1 hour. You got it. You don't, why are you complaining about my money? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like,
Oh, yeah.
some people,
Oh,
that broke
even-
mindset is
Yep.
is different, man. It's just different.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the difference to what this broke mindset thing is. Let's say I did sell 20 books, right? And people like, James, you got it. You know how much time and effort it took to sell them 20 books? You know how hard it is to get people to read? You know how much time it took to write the book, get it published, get it shipped out? set up my little table, pay the entrance fee. People think that just because you're doing something that you got all this extra money. No, you're investing in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just me. It's not just people out here being entrepreneurs making all this money. It's a grind. And you're not super successful until you really make it. Till you sell 1 million books, a million t-shirts, 1 million pairs of sneakers, 1 million pairs of whatever you're trying to sell, man. I'm saying people get so caught up in they see you doing things and think you got all this money, fam. If I had all this money, you think I'd be sitting here in the living room doing a podcast? We'd be in the studio.
We'd be in podcast for you.
We'd be in Vegas right now. We'd be in Vegas right now.
Right. Doing this takeover.
You know what I'm saying? Doing the takeover every week. You know what I'm saying? But some people, you know what it is? Some people just can't fathom how you make it too. Because they don't have the resources or the mindset or the grind to be able to build something out of nothing. And they get caught up on, oh, you think you're better than me because you're doing this? No. I said it before. You think that I think I'm better than you. I'm just doing my thing. I'm staying in my lane. If you want to come along for the ride, you just got to bring something to contribute. Don't just think that you're going to hop on the train and be like, hey, I see you doing your thing. When you get big, can I come with you? No, grind with me. Let's get it together. You might have some ideas that I don't got. Let's get it now. While we grinding from the bottom to the top.
Yeah.
And I think it's also important to make sure you take note of what your partner is doing, right? Because you can be broke and be trying to do something. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
Or you could just be broke and just stay broke and just be okay with being broke and just used to the struggle. You know, and that person might want you to get used to the struggle.
There's one thing I want to say, yo. This is real. In life, there's always gonna be something that happens. Something's gonna go wrong. Your car gonna break down. You might lose a job. People get sick. You get sick. You never know what's gonna happen, man. Right. When Dame said give people grace, man, understand that life is gonna always life. Something's gonna happen. Something's gonna trip you up. And if you run into somebody that you genuinely like and they're down, grant them a little bit of grace. Maybe they're just in a rough patch right now. The only way to figure out if they're not in a rough patch and that's actually them is to spend time with them and you'll see. But once you see that they're not grinding or they're just living that lifestyle that they want, then you move on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Life is real.
Right.
And every single day is a challenge.
Yeah. Special 77 says everyone ain't a hustler.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So that's just like everyone is. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say when love meets low expectations, right? And I noticed Bree used the word trauma bond, right? And I think it could be a trauma bond, and I think it could have deep roots. But I also think it's a form of a level of codependency happening. Because even if you have a lot of hustle, you still don't want to be alone. And you might not think that you have other options, and you might think that you have to pick the guy from your town that doesn't have any hustle or doesn't have high expectations for themselves. And so you work with what you think your options are, or you just are too afraid to go alone. So you settle for that person. Now you're paying their bills, you're driving them around, you're doing everything for them. And you don't realize that you don't have to. You're probably better off, without them.
Right. Gotcha. Okay. Codependency, like all of that. We see that time and time again, especially in today's time, right? Where we know a man just wants to provide. He just wants to provide for a woman. A woman wants to be provided for. What happens when, you have someone who wants to provide for you and now you don't have to work? You had a hustle, you gave up the hustle because somebody's taking care of you. You begin to depend on that person. And now the power is actually in their hands. So what starts off as loving and, oh my God, girl, I am living the life. What happens when they start now giving you an allowance? Now you can't really go anywhere without them giving you that money. So now you need them. it's almost like it's almost like a bait and switch type of thing. You're getting your needs met, but now what happens to your independence? But especially if they tell you, oh, you don't need to work. You don't need to work. I take care of you. Are you going to still take that and run with it? So before we go ahead and bring up our guest, because our guest is here in the background, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we will come back with the questions that you all have in the chat. If you have questions for our guests, if you have questions for any of us, put it in the chat and we will definitely bring it up. I have 2 comments that I wanted to bring back up too from Laura, because I think that it's very important. So we'll take a quick commercial break. If you haven't done so already, I don't know what you're waiting for. Go ahead and like this video or like this episode and follow us. Subscribe to the channel, our YouTube channel, Don't Judge Me But Podcast, where we're talking about the things that people don't want to be judged for. So we'll be right back. You guys stay tuned.
Mental ambition is a belief that you can accomplish anything that you put your mind to. It's holding yourself accountable for your mistakes, working through your traumas. It's never giving up and overcoming any roadblocks or obstacles in your way that prevent your growth and progress. This is a self-help book that deals with mental health, life coaching, and practical advice that anyone can follow to help with self-improvement, accompanied by real-life stories to motivate and inspire you. My name is James Sweat. I'm a certified life coach and author of Mental Ambition, a guide to upgrading your life. If you feel that you have no one in your corner, just know that I'm rooting for you to win, and I believe in you. God bless and keep going.
Hey everybody, this is Jeff, and I want to tell you about our brand new podcast theater. We love producing live events for you, and we built a space that's flexible for creators, and this space will grow as your show grows. And best of all, we have no hidden costs, no risks, no hidden fees or guaranteed minimums. Because when you book your show at Paduti, you will get ideas and feedback and suggestions on how to produce your show live for our stage. We're going to build you an event landing page and facilitate your ticket sales. We're going to produce the entire event for you, and we're going to give you the recording that you own the full rights to. We take no ownership over your content because your success is our success. If you sell tickets, it's simple. We split the sales 50-50. There's no minimum, no guarantees. Ask for Jeff when you contact us, and let's bring your show to our main stage, Paduti.com. Let's go.
All right, we are back, and we're going to bring up our guest. Shout outs to everyone. Shout outs to y'all in the chat. Shout outs to Ivan. Shout outs to Jeff at Paduti, located out in Pittsburgh. We are trying to make our way there, y'all. So we will actually be a guest on his podcast this Tuesday at 8 p.m. We'll post more information about that so you can check in live on. So just look on our Don't Judge Me But Podcast Instagram page for more information. Ivan, I see when I be seeing those little lines and stuff, the little symbols above letters, I'd be like, I'm probably not even pronouncing it right. So is it Ivan or is it something special? What is it, sir?
So it's Ivan.
See what I mean?
See?
I knew it was something different. Like, Ivan, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being a guest today. How are you?
I'm doing great, y'all. Thank you for inviting me to the show.
Yeah, shout out to you.
glad to have
I gotta write down Ivan.
Salute. How you feeling, man? You good over there?
Man, I'm just enjoying retirement life, and that's it.
Retirement life. Listen, please put us on. So before we get started, we want you to let the people know who you are. What do you have going on? If you have a business, you have a service, you have products, let them know about it. And then also let them know where can they find you on social media. So the floor is yours.
So my name is Ivan. I'm born and raised in Puerto Rico. Just retired from the United States Army, and I'm just enjoying life, basically traveling around the world. That's what I'm doing.
Wait a minute. Did he just switch up the way that you pronounce your name? I thought you said Ivan.
It's Ivan, but I go by Ivan too. Hey, it's different ways.
Whatever personality you want to be.
Yep.
Yeah, he just prepared for us to mess it up. That's all. He just know we're gonna mess up in advance. So he just go ahead on and give us what we gonna think it is. But
Right. He's like,
I appreciate you for letting us slide.
yes. So tonight's topic is dating a bum when love meets low expectations. We had a lot of good comments in the chat. So before we get your take on what you think about just dating in general, and then when you're not equally yoked, when one person is really advanced in their career, in their life, and the other person's on the struggle bus, what are your thoughts on that? But before we get your input, I wanted to bring back up what Laura said, I struggle with determining how much grace to show people. Some people just don't have that drive to do better for themselves. You end up wasting your time, energy, and effort. And then she also had another statement where she said that she says, yes, I have. And I think we were talking about dating someone who just wasn't up there. She says, didn't last because I couldn't settle in the end. It's disheartening when you meet someone that you have a natural chemistry with, but nothing else in your lives is compatible. That's real. Like it's almost like you want to force there to be something else that is gluing you guys together, but there just isn't. They may just have good conversation, or you guys might have a hobby or something in common, but that's it. Maurice said, question to Bree's point, what for the panel is the red line for you to let said person go if you see they aren't interested in moving forward? And Ivan, you can jump in on that one. So where's the line? Where do you draw the line where it's like they're just not motivated? They're not trying.
So when I draw the line is when they're not trying, especially when you put a lot of effort, I just cannot keep pushing somebody else and dealing with my own life too. It's very hard. So that's when I draw the line completely.
Okay. What about you, Dane?
I'll say to you guys and to the folks in the chat, have you ever tried discussing your dreams, goals, and ideas with someone who doesn't have dreams, goals, and ideas? Have you ever tried to talk about a business idea with someone who isn't business minded? So what you get is a dissatisfaction with the person that you're talking to. Or if you have an idea that is $1 million idea, but you're talking to someone with a small mind or just a small way of seeing things, that's gonna affect you because you have to get these things out. And just as a creative, Bree, just to go back to what you said about someone paying all your bills and giving you an allowance, that's a great way to see what a person is actually about. When they don't have to work, what are you going to do with your time? Hopefully you're going to be creative, because expressing yourself creatively in any kind of way almost always can give you some money. I think that, I don't know if you're an artist, a website designer, anything. I mean, just express yourself, especially if you don't have to work,
Right. Okay. What about you, James? When do you draw the line?
The red line, man. I think it's just as time goes on, you just see that they're not driven. They don't got no goals, no ambition, or they're just negative all the time. The amount of time, it depends on the person. You can give someone a week, you can give them a month, 6 months, but in that time, you just got to see if they're willing to upgrade themselves or if they're just going to continue to be themselves. And that'll show you, because like people can pretend like I'm so ambitious, I got all this going on, but as time goes on, you'll see that they really have nothing going on, and they was fronting the whole time. And that's the waste of time that people be talking about. You move on whenever you're ready. You know what I'm saying? If there's no compatibility, your needs aren't getting met, and you have no assistance or whatever you need assistance with, get up out of there, man. Don't waste your time. You know what I'm saying? But even once you finish with that person, don't just think that the next person you're going to meet is going to be the same way, because the next person you meet could be very ambitious. They could have a bunch of things going on. Sometimes settling is not the key, but finding someone who's on a higher level is the key.
Right. Yeah. I think to add into all of your responses, the area or the time when you want to draw the line itself is when now you find yourself having to convince your partner of your dreams and of your goals and ambitions, because now they doubt you. Like, they become your biggest hater, basically.
Ooh, yes.
When your partner is now talking down to your goals or talking down to what excites you, what drives you, at this point, there's nothing else, right? Because I personally feel that your partner is supposed to be your biggest cheerleader, right? You should want better for me than I want better for me. If I can just, state that. So when I now feel like I have people out in the world that don't believe in me, and the person that I'm laying with and sharing myself with also doesn't believe in me, and they're vocal about it, yeah, it's time to go.
When you don't got that support, when they don't support you, get up out of there.
Yeah. So Tara says, move on, move on, move on. I wish I realized that 26 years ago. Sometimes we don't realize it immediately, right? Sometimes it takes us taking a step back or somebody else pointing it out to us, and we might even still not want to believe it.
Actually, it took me a year to realize that. So
yeah. What was the aha moment?
basically was going on a business trip at that time, and she was not motivated at all. She like, I just want to stay home and not do anything. So, once I got back from the trip, she started complaining that you handicapped me and everything. I was like, hold up, I'm just doing my job as a man, providing and protect. But she's just, she just want to lay and not do anything. So I had to let her go.
Yeah.
Was that an easy thing to do for you?
Actually, it was not, because basically once you get used to a person, day in, day out, it's very hard. All those, all the memories you gotta get rid of it and everything, and just to, get back on yourself again, it takes a while. Because the whole thing is, once we love a person, and just to get back on our feet, especially as a man, is very hard. That's the part that a lot of people don't talk about.
Right. Yeah. You know what? I'm glad you mentioned that, because next week's topic is actually, how do you recalibrate from, or how do you reset from it could be a traumatic event, it can be a loss, but how do you recover? So I'm glad that you actually mentioned that, because we don't talk about what the recovery process looks like and how to get through it. And a lot of people feel like in order to get through a heartbreak, you just get into another relationship with somebody else. They don't give themselves time to heal. That rebound.
Yeah, that rebound doesn't work.
True.
So Special 77 says, perfect example. I'm an investor and my partner has a business mindset. I'm investing in my playbook and expect me to invest in her. Do you feel like you should be investing should you invest in your partner, and what would that look like? Is it always financially?
I think it all just depends on what you invested in. Like if they're like, hey, help me buy some buy some materials so I can start a candle business. Something simple, nothing wrong with that. If they want you to pay for a doctorate degree, it's a little pricey. That's a lot to deal with. You know what I'm saying? It all just depends on what you invested in them for. And if you can afford it. You know what I'm saying? If you're putting all your money into somebody else, what do you have left for you? If you're not okay, how can you make sure someone else is okay? Your number one priority should be making sure that you're good. And then once you have the finances, if you can afford it, invest into your partner.
What do you say, Dane?
I think that there are a million ways to invest in your partner's business. You can buy the website for them for $20 for the year. You can give them feedback on their business card. You can toss around marketing ideas. There's a lot of ways to help your partner when they're starting a new venture. But you have to have the desire. So I think that's something that the person with the go-getter actually needs to consider, whether or not this person is interested in what you have going on at all, or do they have anything to add to it? Because look, support doesn't always have to include money. Sometimes it could just be sharing your post, being your biggest fan, encouraging you on a rough day. Just it's a lot of ways to support your partner when you have a business mind. If your partner has a business mindset, there are plenty of ways to support your partner. There really is, if they're interested in it.
What if your partner doesn't have a business mindset? Is that okay?
Not really, because what happens is you drift away from them.
So what about those relationships where you just have two people who work a 9 to 5 and they're okay with that 9 to 5? They don't want to hustle. They don't want to be an entrepreneur. Are we expecting them to have a business mindset?
I have a quick response, and I want to hear everyone else's response too. But there are business owners and there are customers, just like there are content creators and there are content consumers. You got to be one, you got to have both. So that's what I think.
Okay.
Damn.
What do you guys think?
I think Dame just hit it on the head right there.
I said nothing. You hit it right.
You know what I'm saying? But if two people are if they want to just work 9 to 5, that's just them. That's the life they want.
That's okay.
There's nothing wrong with that. They're comfortable going to work every week, 40 plus hours. Maybe one's part-time, one's full-time, but as long as the bills are paid, it doesn't really matter. That's just the life they choose.
So, interesting thing, right? I feel like what a lot of people might not be aware of, especially if you are a hustler who makes it look easy, is the stress and the anxiety and the pressure behind it all, right? So for a couple of years, I did this He Said What network. 7 podcast shows streaming live every day of the week, no days off. I was working full time. I was in school half time. I was also on a writing team every weekend, and I'm also a mom to a teenager. And I had to take a step back and say, you know what? I don't want this lifestyle. I want to be regular. I want a regular ass lifestyle where I go to work, come back. I don't want to have to focus or use too much energy outside of all of that. If I choose to do a podcast, that's a choice. But I don't want that business mindset because sometimes it can be too much. It can be overwhelming and you miss the regular, normal, special parts of life because you are on the go so much. I feel like when we are in a business mindset, we shorten our time here because we're not necessarily doing the things that could be beneficial in a relaxing way or in a healthy way, such as self-care, because we're focused on the bag. So I think that, I could deal with someone who didn't really have a business mindset because they might bring balance. They might get me to recognize or realize something that I wouldn't be really focusing on if I wasn't on the go.
Yeah. So you just want somebody there. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
No, do you think?
No, I'm listening.
Okay. So you just want somebody to be there mentally, just in case something going on, for that support. That's the main people.
Yeah.
A lot of people look for. Even me working, 9 to 5. After I just get off of work, I don't want to talk about work. I want somebody to balance me out completely.
Mm-hmm.
So those are the things a lot of people look in that industry.
Right. Yeah, you want that balance. It sounds good if both of y'all have a business mindset. It sounds good and it's possible to work. But what happens when, like Maurice, that burnout? What happens when one person gets burnt out? Then what? Does it affect the whole relationship?
Yeah, it can. Them arguments start flaring up. They always tired. They don't want to go nowhere. They always focused on the business, but forget that about the family and the self care.
Yeah.
Saying you become so focused on, like you said, getting to that bag. You want everything you're doing to pay off that you forget that you got to take care of yourself. You got to
Mm-hmm.
spend time with your loved ones, your kids, your partner. You know what I'm saying? You got to have fun. It's not just about grinding nonstop, but it's hard to find that work life balance when you want it so bad.
Yeah. Especially in this economy.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yep.
you gotta grind at this point.
Yep.
Tara says, even if
But
you don't have a business
I just,
mindset,
I
it's
just, I
always
just wanted to add that.
yeah.
Okay. No, I was just gonna
Even
add that. Sorry, Bree. Real quick, it's okay to work a 9 to 5.
go
Some
ahead.
people like to travel. Some people like to sing with their band in the garage. Some people like to just work on their car. There are people that are living really satisfied lives working a 9 to 5. Some people actually enjoy their job. Some people
Mm,
only look at their job as a means to an end, meaning they need a way to finance the things that they already love doing. So working is still a noble thing to do. If all you want to do is work, I don't think that that's the worst thing in the world. But compatibility is an issue when you're working with a business-minded person. So they might need
yeah.
your help from time to time.
Yeah. Okay. Tara says, even if you don't have a business mindset, it's always good to encourage your partner in whatever your partner's doing. If you love that person enough, you would encourage them.
Mm-hmm.
So, what kind of encouragement do you guys need from a partner? What are your expectations of what your partner should be bringing to the relationship?
Hmm. Yeah.
Anyone? I don't know.
Anybody?
Hold on. The expectations of what they should be as a business owner, like if I'm
No,
running a
in
business,
general, relationship wise.
I just expect them to support me, man. Not financially, but like give me the encouragement. If I'm having a bad day and I'm like, yo, I don't even want to do this no more, tell me, yo, you got this. You built for this. Speak into me. Make me want to keep going. Saying make my life a little easier. Maybe cook dinner, wash clothes, or go grocery shopping for me so I don't got to do it while I'm working 2 jobs, running a business, doing a podcast, and working on a million things. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Just someone coming in, and even if it's not contributing to 50-50, come with 25, 25, 75. I'm willing to carry the rest. It's just helping me get to get my business accomplished, taking care of my business. And then when I'm taking care of my business and I'm operating at my peak, I'm gonna make sure you straight. Because along that time, you're gonna need things done too. You might need help with your car. You might need
Who's saying
$40 for
that
gas
me?
till your check come in. You know what I'm saying? I just need a
Hmm.
partner. Someone who's
Right.
not just gonna come in and take, but someone who's willing to give or speak encouragement into me. So I feel on
Okay. What about you, Yvonne?
For me, just basically the emotional support aspect. That's what I'm looking for when it comes down to business. Because, like I said earlier, I don't want to hear nothing about work once I get off of it. I just want to enjoy my life with a person, and that's it. Because I don't want to take away from anything else. All day I'm just doing, dealing with specific items, workload. When I come
Mhm.
home, I don't want to deal with those things. I just want that person be, with that person itself.
Right. Okay. What about you, Dane?
I get that. Um, you know what? Maybe just listen to me be excited about my business.
Yeah.
Allow me to be excited that I have a new venture. Allow me to be excited when I make my first sale. You probably don't want to hear anything about my business, but you are letting me express myself. That means a lot. You know what I mean? It really,
Hmm.
really does. Because when you have an idea and you actually implement it and you start to make money with it, you're excited and you want to talk about it. And to have someone be like, yo, I don't want to hear that right now, that's like, it hurts, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, that's he said I don't want to hear that right now. Like, bro, you about to get blocked.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So my expectations, I would need someone who can help me look at things from a different perspective. If I'm wrong, if I'm just thinking outside of the box, and you see me stuck, like help me out. Ask me questions, give me advice, like babysit my emotions if you can, like rub my feet, rub my back, like just be a good person. Be a good person to me. And if you don't care, damn it, act like you care. Fake the funk. Uh
Yeah,
so
I want to add something on top too.
yeah.
Definitely someone who can I can bounce ideas off of. You know,
Hmm.
because when you own a business or you're just in life, you want to upgrade. Like you might have ideas, but you need someone to talk with. You know, maybe they can give you some pointers on how to improve whatever you're thinking about. You know, or some
Right.
pitfalls to avoid, or just someone that has the mindset to help me see things that I can't see. Like you said, Brie, I rock with that.
Yeah.
Definitely need that.
Yeah, I need another opinion.
Yeah.
Um, do you think low expectations are the same as settling? Why or why not?
Hmm.
Mm.
I think low
Yes,
expectations is
I do
settling.
think low.
Okay.
Yeah, because if you got
Yeah, I
high
think they are the
expectations,
same.
if you have high expectations, you striving towards the higher expectation. But if it's lower, you're settling for whatever you
Like
can
bare
get.
minimum.
Yeah, bare minimum.
Yeah. What do
You're
you
right.
think, Ivan?
You're right. After a while, people's gonna settle into different things, because they get tired of trying, and then basically just give up and just settle down. So it's the same.
Mm, okay. So, what advice would you
Yeah.
guys have for someone that who feels like they are settling for the sake of love?
If you're comfortable there, stay there. If you're not comfortable, move on and find somebody better.
Mm,
It's one or the other. You're either comfortable with receiving the treatment and the person that you're dealing with, or you're tired of dealing with it and you move on and find somebody who's better. But you have to make that decision for yourself.
mm, okay. Anybody else?
Yeah.
Any advice?
Mhm.
Can't say nothing
No.
after that.
Okay. Um, Special 77 says it's taken a lot to win on Fan. What are you talking about? Talking about some FanDuel and DraftKings.
He doing research. He building his business.
Marie says, no low expectations is expecting something to happen, but settling is is a one and done. AKA, I give up instead of anticipating giving up. Okay, okay. Tara says, I believe in
I like it.
100%. 100%. Listen, she said, go hard or go home.
Hmm.
And then Tiara says, low expectations reflect how you feel about yourself. Settling is thinking you don't deserve better.
Talk that
Mm,
talk. Talk that talk.
yes.
That's a fact.
Yes.
Yeah, that
All
is.
right. Okay, so with that being said, we are going to go ahead and wrap up tonight's show. We appreciate you guys rocking with us, and we definitely appreciate our guests of the hour, Mr. Ivan slash Yvonne, for joining us. The man with two personalities. Pick one, Ivan or Yvonne. Um, please let people know how can they find you on social media and how can they support you, sir.
So on Instagram, you can find me is Mr. Ivan 8311. So it's very simple to find. TikTok is the same name. I used to own my name on all my platforms, so it's easy to find.
Awesome. All right, we had a blast with you. Well, definitely, you're always welcome to come back and join us at any point in time. Um, let's go ahead and who's going to close the show tonight?
My man
James.
in the
James.
DR is gonna close it out.
Oh yes,
He gotta close
Nice
it
one,
out.
James.
it's only right. So, with that being said, James, sir, please let the people know what you got going on and how can they find you and support what
Well,
you got.
What's going on? It's your boy James, Mr. Mental Ambition. TikTok, right there at mental_ambition 2.0, 74,000 followers, 2.1 million likes, 80 million views. Instagram at mental_ambition 3.0. If you want to get in touch with me for any of the services that I offer, life coaching, recovery coaching, motivational speaking, hit the website, 3w.mental-ambition.com. Prepare your mind for any challenge. Believe you can accomplish anything.
You were just fast, sir.
Professional.
Okay, yeah. All right. I'm over here trying to eat a cracker behind the scene. I'm like, all right. Well, you guys, hello. It's your girl Sabrina. You can follow me on social media at _simplybree_. That's SIMPLEEBREE. I design websites. If you need a website, it can be a 1 page, it can be 3 pages, it can be 10 pages. Hit me up right there. _simplybree_. We got some merch available. If you go to our website, www.hesaidwhatnetwork.com, scroll down, you'll see we have a little store where you can purchase the swag. And definitely check out our Facebook group, Don't Judge Me But Facebook group. Make sure you like, comment, share this episode. Let us know what was your favorite part and how do you deal with low expectations and low vibrations when it comes to dating. Okay, so with that being said, we got to hand this back on over to the guy in the DR. Sir, if you could close the show in Spanish, that would be amazing.
Hey, yo, it's your boy, Dame, a.k.a. Reppin' CT. You know I got a lot of love for you. I'm so glad that you were able to join us. Yvonne, thank you. Bree and James, you know I got a lot of love for y'all. And my homework for you guys this week, I'm in DR right now by myself. All by myself. I'm not on a resort. I'm in an Airbnb. So my advice to you is do the thing that you think you can't do. Do the thing that you are afraid to do. If you think that, if it's something you always wanted to do or say or be, do the thing. We're only getting older, and create these memories so that we could tell these stories. You can follow me on all of social media at Reppin' CT. You can go and get yourself some Urban Buddha merch. Urban Buddha merchandise is aromatherapy, physical therapy. It's wearable items that'll remind you to stay calm in the middle of chaos. You know, we stay calm, we stay cool, we don't take no shit. We're fearless, but we're not ruthless. When we outside taking care of people and we're taking care of ourselves, just like I always ask you guys to do. Thanks again for joining us tonight.
I am so mad at Ivan. Ivan was trying to help you out with wrapping up the show in Spanish.
Was he really? Gracias. Listen, man. I'm out here struggling.
It's very simple.
I'm done. He helped you out right there. Gracias.
Gracias. Mi amigo.
All right, y'all.
De
We'll
nada.
see y'all later. Bye.
Sis.
Very important to make sure that the person you're with knows what you need, because if you're not getting your needs met, what are we really holding on to with this leash?
You're gonna be judged, whether you agree to it or not. People are always going to have something to say because it's not what they like.
If you want to be solo, just y'all two, like most of us want, you kick it that way.